Hello everybody, this is your teacher and guide Mrs. Harpreet Kaur from English Frog Club, and today I'm here to teach you the chapter The Sermon at Benaras from your book First Flight, and let's begin without looking here and there. Begin with the chapter The Sermon at Benaras, and we will be covering this chapter through mind mapping and making different points. So in this chapter we are given about the life story of Gautam Buddha and how he got attainment. So let's begin and explore Gautama's early life. Gautam Buddha was born in a royal family, and he was born as a prince who was given the name Siddhartha. When the child Gautam was around 12 years, as every child is sent for schooling, he was also sent for schooling, and he was made to learn the religious scriptures, and he learnt Hindu scriptures. Then after completing his school education, he returned after 4 years. Then he got married and led a royal life for nearly about 10 years. For these 10 years, he never suffered anything. Then after that, he feels suffering of the world. In the palace, he was never exposed to suffering. Then one day, on the hunting expedition, he experienced what suffering is. While he was going for a hunting, he saw different people suffering. He first of all saw an aged man and then a funeral procession. After that, he saw a monk begging for alms. The suffering of the people left a great influence on Siddhartha. He was really deeply hurt, and he left the royal pleasures and set out to seek enlightenment, to seek the peace of mind and solace. Being deeply hurt to see sufferings all around him, he renounced everything and set out to seek enlightenment. Then he travelled aimlessly for around 7 years. While roaming here and there to find enlightenment, he stayed under a peepal tree until he attained enlightenment. He did not get what he wanted, and he kept on wandering here and there. After 7 days of wandering, he got enlightenment. The peepal tree under which Siddhartha stayed for such a long time was known as Bodhi tree, that is, tree of wisdom. Then, after attaining enlightenment, he began to teach and share the new blessings with people around. He delivered his first sermon at Benaras. It is the holiest of the dipping places on river Ganges. Here at Benaras, Buddha gave his first sermon, which reflects his enlightenment, Buddha's understanding of undiscoverable suffering. In this sermon at Benaras, Buddha narrated a story. That story was of Kissa Gautami. Kissa Gautami had an only son who died, and therefore she was very desperate to see his son's dead body. She pleaded everyone, she went here and there for the treatment of her son. People consoled her that he was dead, but she wasn't able to believe that her son was dead. Then someone directed her towards Buddha. She reached Buddha and pleaded for her son's life. Buddha asked her to get a handful of mustard seeds, but he laid a condition. The condition was the seeds should be from a house where they have not experienced death of any member of the family, be it son, daughter, mother, father, wife, husband, anyone. Me begged for mustard, but she did not get mustard, and then she got to know that someone's death was there in the family. Tired and desperate, she sat on the wayside, and then she started thinking and introspected herself. And she realized that death was natural and she was acting selfish by asking for the life of her dead son. Through the story of Kissa Gautami, Mahatma Buddha told the certainty of death to the listeners at the sermon at Benaras. He told the people that life is full of pain and death, to be sure. One who is born in this world would die one day, and none can be spared. The ripe fruit of a tree has to fall down, and in the same way, mortals are in danger of death. Fools cry and wail over death, and thus they suffer more. But on the contrary, wise men accept the death and they get peace of mind.